Okay, today we're going to be introducing the G chord, the C chord, and the D chord. Let's first of all start with the G. This is how it's going to sound. The first finger is going to be placed onto your 2nd fret, 5th string. Once again, that's your 2nd fret, 5th string. Your 2nd finger is going to be placed onto your 6th string, 3rd fret. Now on this part right here, you're going to be placing your 3rd or 4th finger onto your 3rd fret, 1st string. Some people find it easier to use the 4th, some people find it easier to use the 3rd. But right now, in this case, I'll be using my 4th finger. Once again, 1st, 2nd, 4th finger, or 3rd, whatever you choose. Now you're going to take your pick and you're going to strum down. And you're going to be hitting all the strings on this chord. And once again, this is the G chord. Now again, for the time being, practice them really slowly and make sure each note is audible. And strum them in groups of 4. Now for the C chord, you're going to be putting your 1st finger onto the 1st fret, 2nd string, your 2nd finger onto the 4th string, 2nd fret, your 3rd finger onto the 3rd fret, 5th string. Now this is a little more difficult to do because you're going to have to scrunch your fingers up and get rid of that noise for some of you people that run into that buzzing sound and muting sound. That's because your fingers aren't in the correct position. And on this chord, you're going to omit the 6th string. You're going to be strumming from your 5th string all the way to your 1st. And once again, pick each note individually so you can hear each one clear and make sure that you're playing it correctly and the notes are sounding true. Now the C chord, strum it 4 times. Now for some of you that are hearing a little buzz, that's okay. That will come in time and it'll slowly work its way out as you do exercises and work on your fingers. But for now, as long as your fingers are in the correct position and you're strumming the right strings, you're doing fine. Now we're going to move on to the D chord. On the D chord, you're going to be putting your 1st finger onto your 2nd fret, 3rd string. Your 2nd finger onto your 2nd fret, 1st string. Your 3rd finger onto your 3rd fret, 2nd string. Now you're going to be omitting the 6th and 5th string on this one. And you're going to be hitting from your 4th string down. And once again, you can pick each note individually. And the D chord is another difficult chord. And if you do hear this, that's going to be all right. You'll be able to work through that. Just press down hard enough and make sure your thumb is in the back and on the back and squeezing tightly to get the notes true. Now the 3 chords we just learned, the G chord, the C chord, and the D chord, are actually part of a song intro of the Eagles, Take It Easy. So we're going to implement some strumming patterns right now so you can start practicing the strumming and switching from chord to chord. The G chord, C chord, and D chord once again are used. We're going to start with the G chord right here. Your strumming patterns are going to be like this. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Now once again, really slowly on the G chord. And this is the easiest chord to play with the strumming pattern because you're not going to have to worry about hitting and not hitting strings. You can just hit them all. So again, that's going to go down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And to work on this pattern, it's really easy to say down, down, up, down, up. And if you can just match your voice with the down, down, up, down, up, with your strumming, down, down, up, down, up. That's an easy way to have your timing and your accuracy on the down, down, up, up, down, up. So you will not be playing. So if you say it down, down, up, up, down, up, that'll give you your timing for your strumming. Now that pattern is going to be used for all three chords, the G chord, the C chord, and the D chord. We're going to move on to the C chord right now. And this one's going to be just a little difficult because you're going to have to miss the sixth string. If you hit it, it'll sound like that. So what you want to do is you want to try to either mute it out or just not even hit it. And as time goes on, you'll get more accurate. But for now, if you're hitting the string a little bit, it's okay. Once again, that strumming pattern is the same as the G. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now we're going to move to the D chord. Same strumming pattern. Now you're going to make sure you skip the fifth and the sixth string. Makes it a little trickier, but you should be fine. So going back to the G chord, play it really slow in the beginning. Do not try to play this up to speed. You want to go really slow and make sure it's accurate and the notes are distinct. Now notice how I played the G chord twice in the beginning, and that's the part of the Eagle song, Take It Easy. So if you've heard the song before, you'll be able to match this chord strumming as time goes on. But again, for the time being, practice it really slow. Down, down, up, down, up. Play the G again. Down, down, up, down, up. C chord. Down, down, up, down, up. D chord. Down, down, up, down, up. And repeat. G twice, C once, D once. And just keep repeating that. Once again, your G, C chord, D chord. All right, next up we're going to be working on chord transitions and making it easier for switching chords and tips on keeping your hands straight and having clear sound throughout your chord strums. Okay, now in chord transitions, we're going to be switching from the G, C to D chord. Now, if you're having trouble switching, you want to make sure to do it slow first of all. And second of all, here's a couple tips on where to place your thumb and your fingers. Make sure your thumb stays on the back of the neck. Do not have your thumb up here. I know some people have a longer thumb and a bigger hand, but try to keep your thumb in the back because your whole idea is you want to squeeze from the back of the neck and the top of the neck and squeeze in to get your note sounding true. So on the G chord, you're going to have your thumb positioned right there. And make sure your fingers, again, are rounded. You want to look at this and just show that it's rounded. Each finger is rounded. You don't want to do this because you will have that buzzing sound. So thumb on the back, and you can see my fingers are all rounded. They're staying out of the way of the other strings. And for the people using your third finger, you can do that too, but make sure that's rounded and out of the way. Now, when you're transitioning to chord, you want to be able to keep your hand really close to the neck. Don't make a lot of movement away because that's time spent, and that's going to actually be wasted time and wasted energy from your hands. You want to keep your fingers really close. So again, switching from the G chord to another chord, and we're going to move to C. Try to keep your fingers close as you can. Now, it's going to be a little difficult to acclimate your hands to be able to switch very fast, but you want to just work on it slowly first and make sure your hand position is straight like this with your thumb. And once again, your fingers are curved. So we're going to switch from G. Now we're going to go to D. Now again, notice how I'm not moving my hands so far off the neck. I'm keeping them nice and close. Minimal movement, so it's not wasted energy and wasted time in chord switching. C to D. And again, Everything stays rounded and out of the way to make the notes sound clear. Again, if they're flat, you're going to be buzzing out your strings. Okay? So I'm going to play through G, C to D, and watch the position of my fingers and my thumb and my whole wrist and hand. My thumb is going to be pivoting in the back of the neck, and it's going to stay there. It's not going to be moving like this, because again, that's wasting time, and it's also making it so your chance of your strings buzzing and not sounding clear, it's going to make it worse off that way. So keep your thumb there. And again, if you hear the buzzing sound in the beginning, don't worry, that'll clear up as time goes on, as you continue the exercises in prior lessons, and keep working on your hand and keep your positioning straight. It'll clear itself up all on its own. So G to C to D. Minimal movement of your hands, and make sure your hands stay rounded and out of the way. Some people have bigger hands, again, and longer hands. As time goes on, your hands will acclimate to where the best positioning is. In this G chord right here, you can see my second finger almost off of the fretboard. I have to play the chord that way in order to sound the note out. So everyone's going to be different. So just make sure you're sounding the note out true, and you're doing your best to keep it within reason and curved and straight on the neck. And next up, we'll be working on some new chords to add to those, and new strumming patterns too. All right, next we're going to be working on the A minor chord. So far, we've got the E minor, the G, the D, the C, and the A sus2. Right now, the A minor, you're going to put your first finger onto your first fret, second string, sound the note out, make sure you have it clear. Your second finger is going to go onto your fourth string, second fret. Now your third finger is going to go onto your second fret, third string. All right, now on the A minor chord, you're going to be omitting the sixth string and strumming from the fifth string, which is the A, strumming right down to the first. And again, my fingers are rounded and my thumb's on the back of the neck. Now on this particular chord, we're going to do a new strumming pattern. It's down, 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 up, down, up. Down, 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 up, down, up. Once again, down, 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 up, down, up. So far in these episodes, you have three strumming patterns. You've got the straight down, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one, down, down, up, up, down, up. Again, down, down, up, down, up. And the next one, new one, down, 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 up, down, up. You might want to write this down. Down, 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 which is you're going to go in groups of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The next pattern is going to go down, down, up, down, up. Next pattern is down, 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 up, down, up. And definitely write that out and visualize it and look at it and say it as you play it. So once again, the A minor, the new chord, the three patterns, down, 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 down. The next pattern, down, down, up, down, up. Today's new pattern, down, 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 up, down, up. Okay, so we've got the A minor chord. I'm going to introduce the F major 7 chord. Your first finger is going to be placed on the first fret, second string. Your second finger is going to be placed on the second fret, third string. Your third finger is going to be placed onto the fourth string, third fret. Those three notes that I'm pressing down. And again, your fingers are going to have to be rounded, and this is a tougher chord because your fingers are going to have to be really placed correctly to get all those notes clear. You're skipping the sixth and the fifth string and playing from the fourth down to the first. Kind of a nice pretty chord. That chord right there mixes well with the C major 7 chord that we worked on. Now we were talking about finger placement and making it easier on chord switching. The F major 7 chord that we're learning today is going to switch and use a new finger pattern, fingers for the C major 7. The C major 7 in the other lessons that we did do, you're using your first and second finger. But in some cases when you switch chords, you're going to be using different fingers to make it easier. It depends on the person, depends on the song, and depends what you really need to accomplish during the song. So here's the F major 7. And here's the C major 7, now using the second and third finger. You can use 3 strumming patterns for it. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And the new one today, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So far for the chords that we have, we got E minor, A sus2, C major 7, G, A minor, C, and F major 7. Now I'm going to put all these chords together in just a small group. I'm just going to make it up as we go. G, C, F major 7, to the D, back to the G, E minor, C, D, F major 7, A minor, C major 7, back to your G. Okay, next up on Music Lessons with Tony Valley, we're going to be introducing the major scale.